because you're a priority target, sadly, because we're causing a lot of damage to the fuckers.
Метолог, група Прогаз відпрацювали.
So it's 2 a.m. We're in Pokrovsk, getting ready to meet soldiers from a drone unit of the 110th Battalion who gave us a meeting tonight. So it's very early, but we have to move fast because we're going to go to their positions. And basically we have to move during the night, not to be spotted by Russians, because we're going to get as close as it gets. All right, let's roll.
For safety reasons, the exact location will stay secret. We drive in the dark with dimmed headlights. It's way past curfew, and the only cars at this hour are military ones. After a few minutes, the lights of a massive military car blind us. We jump from our vehicle to meet Stari, Google, and Samurai from the 110th Mechanized Brigade. They're the unit's eyes in the sky. The greetings are brief, just the time to strap on some blue tape, take a quick drag on a cigarette, and we're on our way. The drone pilots have no time to waste.
So right now we're heading to the car with the guys. We're gonna go right where the Russians are, so we're gonna have to be fairly quick.
It's 100% dangerous. There are FPVs on this road, and artillery as well. In short, getting there is the most dangerous part.
After a long hour, the car suddenly turns and enters some field. There's a fire ahead of us. This is where we're going. The familiar silhouette of trenches scars the surrounding fields. Fortifications are in the way here. We're getting closer to the position. We're completely exposed, and the Russians can easily spot us with thermal cameras here.
Yeah, so we just arrived in the position, so they're slowly getting ready. It was extremely quick, extremely efficient. We arrived in complete silence, a little bit of a tense atmosphere, of course, and with lights off, because, as I said before, Russians are not far. When we arrived, we saw a massive fire. Of course, we headed right in this direction.
Stari is focused. He prepares the station with the impressive dexterity of someone who has done this 1,000 times before. The hideout is clean and Spartan. A few cans of energy drinks and some snacks, this is all they'll eat today. There won't be any trip out of the position to refill food reserves. We're stuck here until the next sunset.
They're slowly preparing the material to work with the drones behind me, and this is where they're going to start, well, building up and hopefully hitting some targets tonight.
Meanwhile, outside, Samurai prepares the FPVs in the dark. He straps an explosive charge to each of them. Problem, the zip ties don't fit, and the mines are not tight enough on the drones, meaning they risk falling on us on the first flight. Not great.
Це іздівательство буде жорстке. Ну, я навіть з двох не можу лепити, бо вона не прилазить. Та нема ні. Це мусор все. Так. Так ніхто не взяв, їх не було. Вон, були на вулиці. Ну так от що тепер? Не скотч. Так дивись, вона навіть оцю ПГшку не прикручує. Що я тобі зроблю? Його не вистачає на дрони.
Every brigade has its own drone units to monitor the sky, and many of them are around.
The fuckers are roughly 1.6 kilometers in that direction. 7 to 8 to Ocheretine. But they're everywhere, trying to surround us.
Samurai, a 33-year-old former cop from Chernihiv, prepares roughly 30 mines. Ukraine constantly pushes the boundaries of technology to try and beat Russia's heavy war machine. Yet Russia has the resources to scale up the technology it steals from Ukrainians. Russian drone operators also copy the circular trajectory of Ukrainian drones to get closer to the soldiers' position.
When you hear a drone, how do you know if it's ours or theirs? We know where our guards are located, but they're sly too. They can come in from the side and make a circle. They'll make a circle and come in from there, so we'll think it's ours. They're very clever.
The duel starts at dawn, Russia's heavy artillery versus nimble Ukrainian drones. The sun rises on the flat steppe. In front of us, the Russians.
Напрямок найскладніший.
This is the most difficult direction. Unfortunately, all the weight has shifted away from it.
На інші. На Курську і на
Everyone has moved to other areas like Kursk and other directions.
І
Now, there's not a lot of success, there's not a lot of people, and I don't know for how long we'll manage to hold positions in this direction.
What do Russians have? What kind of equipment do they have? They have a lot of resources, they have a lot of men.
На жаль, ресурсів у них дуже багато.
Unfortunately, the Russians have a lot of resources.
То він зашитий в
Even if you take an infantryman, he's equipped with Kevlar.
БК більше в артилерії.
As for equipment, they have more ammunition for artillery and more vehicles.
Живого в них набагато більше, тому що
And they are pushing through 24/7.
вони йдуть цілодобово.
Russians are so confident that they sometimes try to attack positions with quads or even bikes. This day they're scouting for new directions to breach through the defense lines, Google says.
Як ми тільки приїхали на це направлення.
Yes, there was a lot of Russian equipment when we just got here, way more.
Дуже багато.
We destroyed it all.
Спалили.
Study and Google are from Kherson Oblast. They saw Russia's occupation firsthand. This war has turned the brothers into brothers in arms. It's a family business, much to the discontent of their mother, Study admits.
Складний момент був мамі сказати,
The hardest part was telling my mum.
тому що
That was the toughest thing,
достатньо довгий час.
because for quite a while, she didn't know where we were or what we were doing.
Він так потихеньку
We prepped her gradually, and that's when we told her,
Працювати легше.
it's easier to work together. You can always support each other.
Якби підбодрити, підтримати.
As my grandmother said, are you a convict or something?
It's already 6:30 in the morning, it's now plain day, and the guys are already working. It seems like they've already hit an artillery gun, but we're waiting for confirmation for that. Google pilots a drone with an antenna to give more leeway to the FPV handled by Study. The protocol is always the same. A live stream shared by all drone units shows Russian positions. Once a target is locked, Samurai launches the drone with its lethal charge, and everybody runs into the bunker in case the Russians try to hit the position. Study and Google then take over, bringing the explosive drone to its target. Sometimes they miss, and sometimes they hit.
А що це, Урал чи що це? Що це стоїть?
Да, Урал формат. Урал формат.
Орнітолог, група Пегас відпрацювали.
The FPV unit just managed to hit a Russian Ural truck. So first they hit the cabin, another group hit the back, and then the ammo in the truck exploded.
Artillery is relentlessly pounding all around us. FPV pilots are Russian troops' favorite targets, Study says.
Спочатку починає працювати міномет.
They start with mortars, then they open fire with artillery cannon to make sure you don't come out of your dugout. Then they start up the guns, a couple of tanks appear somewhere in the woods and start firing directly. After that, they hit you with Grad rockets, followed by an attack from a Su-25 throws a glide bomb on you. Because you're a priority target, sadly. Because we're causing a lot of damage to the fuckers.
Paranoia reigns here. Every buzzing sound could mean death from above, and even mosquitoes make them paranoid, they admit. As a drone flies above us, the soldiers tell us it's okay because there's enough foliage to protect us from prying eyes. Plus, Russian Zala drones don't have live streaming, which leaves some time for Ukrainian soldiers to hide. Yet, winter will be tough when the positions are exposed and every tire track is visible in the snow. The nightfall provides cover for the boys. It's time to get ready to leave. Still, they're slightly disappointed with today's results.
Сьогодні небагато.
There wasn't a lot today. Today we managed to hit a 2S-19 and an MSTAS. Unfortunately, it didn't have much effect. We damaged an Ural with its convoy, and then our colleague destroyed it along with its ammunition.
The sun is falling down and sounds of artillery are getting stronger and closer. It's about how time that we leave the position. Now we're gonna have to drive through the open field, and the sun is not completely down yet, and the Russians could still spot us. So we're gonna have to, as I repeat, be very careful and drive extremely fast.
A few minutes drive from us, a position is burning. It could have been us. After a few hours of rest, the boys will be back tomorrow to hold the line. Because here, in Donbass, war never sleeps.